So we are on to Pisces, which is the final one, so Poissons. Alors, la femme poisson est une petite sirène attendrissante et rêveuse qui inspire les poètes. So she's a little mermaid, you know, bringing out other people's feelings of tenderness. So she's moving, she's touching, very dreamlike, who inspires poets. Elle a un grand sens artistique et créatif, so she's got a very artistic and creative side. Et cherche un esthétisme inédit, so she's looking for a kind of as yet unseen kind of aesthetic, if that basically means, so something fresh, something new, you know. Quel que soit le domaine, so whatever the domain may be. Elle se laisse influencer par toutes les tendances et les courants qu'elle croise. Elle les mélange pour créer une nouveauté, la sienne. So she mixes, so she lets herself be carried away by trends and currents that she crosses, and she mixes them all to create her own novelty, her own. Ainsi, ses relations familiales, amicales ou amoureuses ne sont jamais banales, and so her family relations, friendships and love life is never banal. De même, ses goûts hétéroclites dans le mélange d'influences intéressants. So therefore, her different interests, her varied interests, make for an interesting mix of influences. La femme poisson calque aussi sa manière de penser au fil de ses rencontres et assemble entre elles plusieurs philosophies de vie. So basically, she will sort of copy-paste formulate her way of thinking through her meetings, and will bring together between them several different life philosophies. Elle aime méditer et réfléchir sur ce qui l'entoure et garde toujours l'esprit ouvert. So she likes to meditate, reflect on what's around her, and will often keep an open spirit. Ce mode de fonctionnement fait de la native une personne surprenante et troublante, mais parfois déraisonnable et influençable. So basically, so she's a surprising and troubling person, sometimes, a little bit influenceable and reasonable. What is really obvious is when they seem to like somebody, don't they? There really seems to be ones that they kind of, that they sort of like, and there's ones that they don't sort of like. So that you're trying to tell me every single Pisces woman is like this. Where have we gone? Elle peut aussi se montrer orgueilleuse et capricieuse quand elle se sent bloquée dans un projet ou attaquée. So she can also be proud or capricious when she feels blocked in a project or attacked. La femme poisson est sensible, indulgente et ne juge jamais ses amis car elle est respectueuse de la liberté de chacun. So, female Pisces is sensitive, indulgent, and never judges her friends because she's respectful of the liberty of everybody's liberty. Finally, a bit of something good about her. Elle ne cherche en aucun cas à contrôler les univers qui ne sont pas les siens, seulement à les comprendre. So in no case does she try and control a universe that isn't her own, just to understand them. How does she get on with men? La femme poisson aime les images romantiques et l'amour idéal, y compris tous les clichés qu'il véhicule. So she loves love, romanticism, all of that stuff, ideal love and everything that goes with it. Elle rêve d'une histoire folle, so she dreams of, like falling crazily in love, d'un artiste qui la révèle elle-même, of an artist who will reveal herself to herself. Elle recherche l'homme qui lui donnera vraiment confiance, and the man who will really give her trust. Elle a besoin de compliments pour se sentir bien dans sa peau, so she needs compliments to feel good in herself, et pour exprimer tous ses talents, to express all her talents. Chaque histoire d'amour lui semble être potentiellement la bonne, so each love story could potentially be the one. Mais elle est souvent très vite rattrapée par la réalité, but she's often brought back down to earth by reality. Car les femmes poissons peuvent parfois se montrer déraisonnables en amour, so they can be a little bit unreasonable in love. Elle aime tester ses limites et exacerber sa propre passion, so she likes to test her limits and exacerbate her own passion. Elle est naturellement optimiste et pense souvent ce qu'elle donne lui sera forcément rendu un jour ou l'autre, so she's naturally optimistic and thinks that what she gives will be given back to her one day or the other. Paradoxalement, elle a beaucoup de difficultés à se fixer sur un seul amoureux et passe à autre chose dès que la passion diminue. So paradoxically, she's also has difficulty fixing on one lover and will go to something else as soon as the passion is gone. La native peut se montrer fuyante et brise des cœurs sans vraiment s'en rendre compte. So she can she can flee and break hearts without even thinking about it, without even realizing. Good God, my darling. Male Pisces. Alors l'homme poisson est un peu introverti et pas toujours très à l'aise en société. So male Pisces is a little bit inverted and not very at ease in society. Il se réfugie dans une passion qui aide son esprit créatif à s'exprimer. So he basically takes refuge in a passion which helps his creative spirit express itself. La peinture, la cuisine, l'écriture, so painting, cooking, writing. Il cherche à s'évader, mais il est sans doute trop attaché à ses habitudes. So he basically looks to kind of get out of himself, but he's too attached to his habits. À sa maison et à sa bulle pour partir sac au dos à l'aventure. So he's basically too attached to kind of like his own little world to basically, pop on his backpack and go out and look at the real world. Il est très généreux, mais pas avec n'importe qui. So he's very generous, but not just with anybody. Sa famille la plus proche, bien sûr, et ses amis de longue date. So his family, obviously, closest family. His family, the closest thing, obviously, and his long-term friends. Ceux en qui il a vraiment confiance, those he really trusts. Malgré tout, il peut parfois se trouver mal à l'aise au milieu d'eux. That said, despite all of that, he can occasionally be ill at ease amongst them all. Même s'il ne le montre pas, even if he doesn't show it. Il cachera toujours cette timidité derrière une fatigue soudaine ou un besoin de s'isoler. So he will basically hide this shyness behind a sudden fatigue or the need to go off and be by himself. L'homme poisson aime prendre son temps pour réfléchir et déteste se presser. So he likes to take his time to think and hates to be in a hurry. Il est facilement impressionné et réagit à cela de deux façons bien distinctes. So he basically, he's easily impressed and reacts to that in two very distinct ways. Soit en se laissant influencer, soit en dénigrant. So basically either by letting himself go with it or by running it down. L'homme poisson se défend d'être orgueilleux, mais sa susceptibilité le trahit souvent. Defends himself from being proud, but his susceptibility will often betray him. Ses proches l'aiment pour son honnêteté et sa sincérité. So he's on those that love him for him being honest and sincere. Ils savent qu'ils peuvent avoir confiance en lui. They know they can trust him. L'homme poisson et les femmes, so Pisces, male and women. La timidité de l'homme poisson fait de lui une personne mystérieuse. So the shyness of a Pisces male makes of him a mysterious person. Et qui intrigue les femmes, who intrigues women. Elles cherchent à le comprendre. They look to understand him. À le faire parler car elles devinent, sous cette distance, une sensibilité cachée. So they look to understand him and to make him speak because they guess that under this distance is a sensitivity which is hidden. Le natif est romantique et a une vision idéalisée de l'amour. So basically he's romantic and has an idealized vision of love. L'idée du mariage et de passer toute sa vie avec la même personne ne lui pose donc aucun problème. So the idea of marriage and spending all his life with the same person doesn't bother him at all. En revanche, il peut parfois se montrer fuyant quand un conflit pointe le bout de son nez. That said, he can often be a bit fleeing if, a conflict points the edge of its nose, as in basically you just see the first sign of conflict. Comme l'eau, l'homme poisson est mystérieux et insaisissable. This is where I laugh at these things. So like water, Pisces male is mysterious and you can't hold him. Il est très attaché à sa maison, he really likes his house, qu'il aime meubler et décorer avec soin, that he likes to decorate and furnish with care. Il aimerait trouver une amoureuse tolérante et pas trop bavarde. He'd like to find a lover who's tolerant and not too chatty. Qui laisse son esprit voguer dans ses rêves, which basically lets his spirit sort of sail dans ses rêves and his dreams sans lui poser de questions, without questioning him why. Il a besoin de quelqu'un qui communique à sa place en société et qui le comprenne en regard. So he needs somebody who basically gets him in one go. Who's somebody who gets him in society, just has generally got him. Lovely. Brilliant.